Good morning, our 7K world family. Look, I want to address a subject here today and put it in a manner that you can use to address some questions. Value of our coins, value of numismatic coins. Why should you have them? Why is that auto shipper? It costs $105 on that eagle. I can get those Eagles MS-70 somewhere else less than that. Well, they can't. You could when we first started, and we explained quite succinctly that in this it doesn't cost you $105. So number one that I'm going to do is something that I put out quite a while back, kind of like the cost of the coins, and I have a little text on it. Let's take the 105 state series collectible coin. Now, that's an MS-70 Eagle. Yeah, there are other MS-70 Eagles in the marketplace. That's what we used to start with, generic, but they are all kind of subsets now. I mean, you got first run, you got first day of issue, you got those sets are much more valuable than just a generic, don't have any kind of separation on it than the just MS-70 Silver Eagle. Well, why is that? Because there's a limited number of those that makes them more rare. And rarity is always what creates value. That's number one principle. Okay, now what separates ours? Well, we now have an exclusive coin. You can't get anywhere else but 7K. So 7K members have first rights to buy it. Now, 7K members can put it on the secondary market and sell it, and many people have. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little bit with stack and sell in a minute. And some of you that's new, you don't even know what stack and sell is, but you need to learn. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, we have a 50 state series. Well, that's called a subset. Now, a subset in a collection, if you get all 50 states, believe it's just like that $1.2 million mistake. So first thing you need to learn is the principle of that very short video in your wealth strategy, 7K wealth system app, and go to it to 1.2. It's only about not even 3 minutes, but it's where you buy an MS-70 one every month since 1986. And I gave the example, if you spend $105, the same cost that we have, one every month since 1986, you would have spent about $50,000. Well, that's like putting $105 a month away in a mutual fund, a stock, a 401k, an IRA. But trust me, all you're going to have is a little bit more than $50,000 over that same period of time. I've been in the marketplace during that time, so I already know that. Yeah, you'll be lucky if you had the best investments you could possibly pick as you stuck them in a mutual fund, that you'd have $400,000. But that'd been a $50,000 over that period of time to turn into $400,000. But with these, if you would have done that, you'd have a collection that's worth $1.2 million to $1.6 million. Just depends on how fast you want to sell it. You want to sell it fast, it's $1.2 million. You want to get the real value of it today, it's $1.6 million. There's nowhere you could have made a comparable use of your money at $105 a month. So we created the AutoSaver program. We started with generic MS-70s. But now we have an exclusive, unique subset of subsets. Now, what does that mean? So it's like if you get all the first issues of every year of the MS-70s, That collection alone is worth almost $1 million. And it's just one coin a year. Uh-oh. It's like getting, you know, the, what was the other subset that they have? Yeah, forget that. I gave you enough example. When we came out with the 50 state collection series with NGC and 7K logo, first time in history on the same label, and there's only a limited number of these produced. Oh, there's a lot of these produced, but yet the MS-70 is less than 5%. We don't know from year to year if it's 2.5% this year, their MS-70, or 1.5%, or 0.9% like 1999. You know, so we don't know from year to year, because you never know how many are grade out to MS-70 until about almost 2 years after the production. Okay, so that's why you buy one every month. But when you have less, like the Hawaii coin, you get a little card, they tell you the mintage. And the mintage on this coin is, where's my little Hawaii? You not only get the coin, and Hawaii's a later state, by the way, and there's 7,000 Hawaii coins. Okay, that's it. The whole world, won't be any more. Okay, but the Idaho coin, the very first state, there was only 2,000 of them. Uh-oh. The Montana was only about 2,500, if I recall. But it's all listed what the mintage were. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But I'll tell you one thing, you'll be lucky, you'll be very fortunate if you find an Idaho or a Montana for less than $500 today. Oh, we don't pay. And that, you know, that's just been not even 2 years ago. Graded coins increase in value, and that's why we demonstrate it with a generic $1.2 million mistake. So learn that, learn how to use it to answer your objection, and challenge people to really get their facts instead of listening to somebody who knows nothing about what they talk about. They have an opinion, but everybody in the world has opinions, even janitors, and nothing against a janitor, okay? But when they're talking about economics, I think we know, you know, the source. When another person talks about MS-70 or collectible coins and have zero knowledge, that's just junk. That's just junk words. Okay. Limited production, exclusive, and even individual coins gain value. But if you get the whole set of 50, and let's say you paid $105 for all of them, it's going to take you almost 5 years to get a whole set of 50. Isn't that amazing? Okay. So patience, getting yourself on auto ship. And if you're just starting and you want to do the basic, then you have a way to get them ahead of time. But $105 a piece, that at a set of 50, we're talking about $5,250, correct? $5,025. Okay. So you know what that set of, I've given a forecast on it. You know what that set of 50 is going to go for? I've already forecasted it. The very first soul, and there'll be somebody to sell it early. They shouldn't, but they will. Because see, the rest of the numismatic world, That's a $4.2 billion market. It's a global market. And a lot of wealthy people have been in it before. But now we have the exclusive, rare, unique products. We'll talk about that little subject here in a little bit. So that set of 50, I forecast will sell for a minimum of $10,000 the very first set sold. That's pretty cool. It could sell as much as $25,000. It should sell for $25,000. That's real cool. Okay, so that's why we have exclusive, unique coins. They're rare, and they're going to have, and they already have an aftermarket value that's already proven in the marketplace. And if one just assumes the $1.2 million mistake, you're accumulating wealth, you're diversifying your gold and silver holdings. And I'm going to hit the question right now that many, well, what good is this when the economy suffers? Yeah, you ever heard about art like, Rembrandt's, Picasso's, a lot of them were destroyed over the years. So the ones that were left, those were when became very valuable. Just another economic history lesson here is, if everything goes to caboclo, I mean, the worst case scenario, okay, disaster, all economies around the world, none of the currencies are good. Well, yeah, you better have bullion, gold and silver bullion, because that's what you're going to live off of. But there are going to be some crazy people that didn't have gold and silver bullion, and they're going to have some of these, and they're going to bust them open and use them for the silver value. Guess what? Those of us that keep some, when it all recovers again, and it will, we then have those Renoirs and those Rembrandts of the future, but in affordable manner. And so we diversified, but please don't break it open and sell it for silver. I mean, unless you're starving to death and you're freezing to death, and that's what you got to do, because I know some people will do that. Have enough gold and silver bullion to take you through that period. That's the whole point. Okay, so that hits our state series of our MS-70 Eagle, and that's the only one that they could find something that's pretty well comparable. But I'm going to tell you the other point. Unless they're getting it direct from a mint or direct from a rating company, they have a high probability of getting an MS-70 fake. The reason Amazon is taking it off, and they're not going to be selling them or allowing them to be sold next year. They got sued because there's so many Russian, Chinese, and Indian fakes, not even a real silver coin in there, but they faked the whole thing. And as soon as it's scanned, it's not real. It doesn't have a certificate of title to it. Doesn't have an NGC registered title or a PCSG registered title. See, each one of 7K's coins are titled and registered, and when you buy it, it's your name on the title, like an automobile title. When you're buying used cars, you do a title search, Carfax, and you make sure you got a certified real car, not a stolen, put together one. Okay, and so that's why you buy from 7K. And I've taught how to even download the NGC app on your phone, scan your own, but better than that, we got stack and sell now. Okay, so real quick, the state series coins, okay, that's the variety the state animal series coin. This is exclusive, made exclusive by the CTI Mint only for 7K. Yeah, there's coin there. There's other people out in the coin world wanting these coins. Look at them. New, the greatest, newest technology. That's not painted on color. That's a difference than the old colorized where it's painted on. And so again, high demand, high quality, and limited production coins. There will never be in any one state animal coin more than 7,777. That's the most. Well, that's what this one is. This one is state of Washington with the orca. Okay. Montana had less than 2,000. They were supposed to mint, but they didn't grade out. So it had less than 2,000. Everybody knows what that Montana butterfly sells for in the aftermarket. And if you're trying to find one, you need to get it before it costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Because see, again, that 50 state collection and this 50 state collection is going to be worth a whole lot more than our basic 50 state collection will be. They can't find a comparable coin to this. There are no comparable price coins out there. And the only comparable prices you're going to find on this one is where somebody else is selling them. In the aftermarket, it's already been sold by a person that owned in 7K, and they wanted to get a little extra money, and maybe they had an extra one, and they sold their extra one. Okay, like I've got multiples. Okay, so that's the state series coin, and now our specialty is a gold coin, series coin now only. Okay, and so that is our gold state animal series, and they're only 5,000. Every one of them, you get this little card and it tells you the certification on it. But the certification's right there in that barcode. You can scan it with your NGC app, tells you all this information. Will not tell you what it's worth. We got another place you do that at, okay? And so, because there's not really an aftermarket yet set until it, they're sold to the outside market world or somebody else in 7K that wants one that they weren't able to acquire. There's only 5,000. The most MS70 and MS70 in gold is a lot harder to achieve because gold's much softer than silver. So the percent of MS70s is much less in a production run than in the silver coins. So kind of know that as a fact. You'll learn that in your buyer certification and your collecting series that is about to be put back into into your training center. So that's our three. I get them all. I get multiples of all of them. I've got three business family pack. I get multiples of all of them. Okay. Now that's what I do. You do what you want to do. That's your decision. Okay. And that's everybody's decision. Then we got what we call the unique exclusive coins that 7K gets now, because the mints are knocking down the doors of 7K for 7K to sell their products, because we sell them better than the old numismatic world and their main distributors that they used to sell through. Oh, clue. Well, we've got a new series that we started, and it's a very unique coin. It's called the Roman series. Now, this is extremely rare, extremely unique. There's only going to be 12 coins in this series. And they also have something that's never been done in history in the coin world. This is a country's currency coin, just like the MS70 eagle is the American currency, just like the maple leaf is the Canadian currency in silver form or gold form, just like the Britannica is the UK's currency in silver form, just like the Philharmonic is the Australian currency in silver form or gold form, just like the rand, the Krugerrand is the rand, the country's currency in South Africa, and so forth and so forth. Well, this is a country's currency, okay? And that coin right there, there's only 500 of these ever to be minted of each one of the 12. You get a set of 12 of these, and these are proof 70 coin. I think the proof or the MS70. MS70, I'm sorry. MS70 antiquated, and that's a different finish, and it brings more value. You'll learn about that in the collector's series and the buyer certification. Okay, so very unique, exclusive to us. Nowhere else can you get them. And we paid $349 for that coin. And I bought multiples. Okay. Now you choose to buy them, you can only get them on a coin drop. Anyway, you got to compete for them. And it's harassing because I want to get mine every time because I want a full 12 set. This, by the way, will be the first set completion for 7K. Oh, that's going to be unique too. Okay. Then we have other kind of unique coins that are brought to 7K that are so, look, there are collectors of everything out there, but I was able to get that in that coin drop. And that's really cool. That's a 30th anniversary coin of Mr. Bean. Okay. And, I got the whole Looney series set. And so this kind of helps complete my set. And the Mr. Bean 30th anniversary, there was only 3,000 of those minted in the whole world. Now just think about all these collectors of Looney Tunes stuff and Mr. Bean stuff. To them, this is what's going to be of real value. Okay. So yeah, hey, look, brand new Superman comic books. Look at what they're worth. Collections, there's collectors of everything everywhere. Then one of my favorites, okay, let's say two of them. I got a whole bunch of them, but I'll just show you this one I was just able to get. It was really, really cool. I'm trying to get my little selection here, find my card on it at the same time for you. The Lost Civilizations of Babylon. See that big, and you can't really get the three-dimensional detail and what's on that coin. But, there's only 555 of those in the whole world. In the whole world. 550. You're talking about rare. And there's a $4.2 billion numismatic market in the globe right now. Come on. See, learning things like this is what you need to learn. Oh, I got a whole series over there. Y'all know I buy these, but they've got a contest going on right now, and a person can win what I have. Look at that Black Panther. Oh man, when you see the eyes in that, when you get the actual coin and you see that Black Panther coin, that three-dimensional, that new technology, and that kind of gives you, the picture shows when you got it in real, it does the same thing that this picture does. Okay. And look, there's only 888 of these in the entire world. That 2-ounce PF proof 70 coin. Look at that. Isn't that powerful? Well, anyway, I think so. And the main thing is value. Now, you don't have to buy any of these. They just come. Hey, when we have a coin drop and coins like these that I just showed you and are done, they're sold out in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So got to be a demand for them. But here, buying the auto shipper is the thing that I want to talk about. Most people will not save what they should save. But see, this puts people putting on the auto ship, gets you to buy that coin every month like you should. Like you should put away $100, $200, $400 every month. You should put that away to really plan for your retirement. Well, you should put that away to diversify in your gold and silver holding for the reasons I just said. Okay. Now I'm going to give you that little calculation I did years ago. For those of us that are treating this like a business, get a tax advantage. Our coins are deductible as a display. I just showed you my coins. I'm displaying them. Okay. That's a display item. One of them can be a display. Okay. One of each separate different coin. Because I have display cases that we display at meetings and when we go out and we have a meeting. And so that's a display. It's a tax deductible item. Okay. And so I'm going to give you the minimums here. Let's say it costs you $105. It doesn't cost you $105. That's the basic, you get 15 points and put on your pay side. 15 points is $15 in commission. So you can subtract the $15 from the 105, that's $90. But guess what? You get 30 loyalty points where you can get free silver. So let's subtract the 30 loyalty points. Okay. And now let's just say you don't pay any income taxes, but you are paying taxes because you paid the 16.2% Social Security, Medicare, and all that junk. Everybody pays that no matter what. Okay. So let's just say that minimum, and because of your deductions, you get to turn into deductions to come off your taxable income that you otherwise wouldn't have, treating this a home-based business. That'd be $18. So you subtract all that and your cost is $42. But that's not your whole cost. You can't even buy that coin for $42 in MS-70 anywhere, even if it's a generic. That's hogwash. You can't buy it unless you're getting a fake. Yeah, you can get those. They're not even worth $2. Okay. And so this doesn't include your savings, the huge savings you get because you get the 7K advantage where everything you buy, food, travel, car rentals, hotel discounts, all this kind of doesn't even count the savings. Basically, your coin is free if you really look at it right. So you get to, by being a member and getting on the auto ship and trying to pursue sharing this information with other people so they can learn what you know, just trying. You get a free coin every month for 2 years while you're learning. You can get it for 3 years. Actually, you can have a taxable loss on your income tax return for about 7 years before they say, hey, what's going on? You know, it takes any entrepreneur will tell you it takes a while to make a startup business successful. And most of the time you're reinvesting into your business. And I teach that, by the way. I teach you what? Add 2, 3, 1, whatever you can afford, a bullion coin to your shipment so you get free shipment. And you're adding a bullion and you dollar cost averaging, building up your bullion coins, the one you hold in your hand, those ones you need to have. And that's what I do. And I like to show people this real quick because, you know, I do what I teach. If I can get to, let's see, I'm in Pamela's right now. So let's just go to her AutoSaver and let's see. Okay. Well, there we are. We're getting a variety product on hers. I put variety on her. I get basic on mine because I'm at the top. I want bigger points that she gets points and I get points. So we get kind of double points doing it that way. And so there we go. I'm getting 5 maple leaves shipped with that auto ship on the 26th. I can log out of hers, go to mine. You're going to see the same thing. Okay, let's find mine real quick, just to show you, okay, that I do what I say. And I suggest everybody, you may only be able to buy one a month, but at least buy you one and get free shipping, get it at dealer cost. Okay, AutoSaver. And there we go. What am I getting? Oh, I'm getting Australian kangaroos. There. I get different ones. I used to get the American Eagle, but they out of stock of that so much right now. I gotta wait until the mint catches up and the supply situation changes again and gets back in what we call normal supply selling production steady state again. Okay, with that said, I'm going to click over here on what we call stack and sell. Now, stack and sell, obviously, I don't have my 4.5 years worth of coins up there. In fact, I hadn't I've only put a few up there. But what you do is this is another website you have, and it's where you can actually inventory all of your products if you just want to inventory them. And I, already have, okay. I was going to say I already have an account. It's just your email. Come on, let's log in here. When this is terrible, when you share your screen, you can't get to all your controls here. Come on, where's the login? Come on, let's log in. There we go. Okay, now we're back in the control. So see, I can scan and put my products in. I started putting a few in already just so I could show something on this to people. But really, one of the things is there's your marketplace if you want to go look and see what things or what other people may be selling them for in stack and sale. Now remember, this is now going to be open and they're going to start advertising to the whole numismatic world. So now they have a chance to start buying our coin. But that's going to come. They just opened it that they can start seeing. Nobody hardly even knows about it yet. So you'll see some of them. But one of the things I like here is where you can they authenticate it. You need to learn that everybody can buy it. They know that they're going to get a certified title coin that is real. No fakes are going to ever be in here. And you need to read why that is. And so let's look at my stack. Let me find what I'm looking for. Come on, Bob. Freezing up on me here, this thing. My account, there's what I'm looking for. Okay, my offer, my balance. Where is market price? It used to be in here.
Hey, Bob, this is Mitch. If you just click on one of those pictures, it will give you the market price.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to look at my total set.
Okay.
It's where you have your total set, and see they keep every time I go to a website, they're always improving. I got to relearn how to use it. Oh, come on. Let's see. Let's just go into sell. I know it's not that. Oh, there it is, right there. Dashboard. Okay. The ones that I've thrown up there tells me that in their marketplace, the average, I've got these, and that's the average. Well, I dare say, I look at this and I say, man, I've got total security. I have no risk of loss. I have zero risk of loss. but look at this. But I know I can get more than what their average market price is. Okay. And so I forgot how I found it again, but that's the way it goes. I'm just now starting to use the website, but what I would like, and that's a stack and sell. It's stack, STACK-N, the letter N, November, sell, SELL.com. Now you'll have to go and set up your account. It's free. But if you want to sell or exchange things, you want to sell it, there are fees involved. So it's like hiring a commission agent sell. You would not deal with the buyer. The buyer comes in and they say they want one. You have your price that you want to sell it at, and the buyer deals with stack and sell. And so stack and sell authenticates it, verifies it. You must ship the coin in, and then they sell it to the customer, stack and sell does, and the funds are put into your account. Pretty powerful. And you pay a commission for that, and they tell you exactly what it is for you to sell your product. So you can determine your selling price minus your commission, so you get the net return you want. And you don't have to sell at a price. It's your choice. You can stick your price and you just hold to it. And but if you need to sell, that's the way it is. That's like taking it to a pawn shop. They know you need to sell it. So it's the power of negotiation. But you're not negotiating. You're just putting it there. They make an offer. You just say no. Okay, kind of way it works. Okay, so with that, Delton, if you would unmute, I'd just like to ask you a couple of quick questions here. And I know I went over time. I'm so sorry for y'all. And I got another one coming up at 12 noon. But Delton, if you would unmute for me, sir. You there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you real quick. Delton, you joined me actually the very first night. Your wife did, and then you came home and made the right decision in getting your business family pack. But tell me about your coins that you amassed, and I know you were never a coin collector before, but just kind of tell everybody about your coins, what you've got, and what you feel about your coin collection.
Well, good morning, everybody. As Bob said, my wife, he called my wife, and she got in, didn't tell me nothing about it. But when I got home, we had been looking for gold and silver, something we could do with gold and silver. And so we went ahead and done the business family pack that day. And they have been active ever since. That was almost 5 years ago. We purchase our coin of the month every single month. And originally it was just for us to get the opportunity to buy bullion coins. But since then, I have been thoroughly educated on this numismatic. And so we started with the numismatics. In stack and sell right now, I have about $40,000. And I think that is really conservative by their numbers. Because a whole lot of these things, they put a price on, they twice that when you go in there and look at it. But anyway, we've got a 48% increase in what we have purchased. And
so what was your purchase? What was your purchase value? Okay, your current value is about 40. So, but
yeah,
what about
I've increased, according to stack and sell, 48% above my purchase value. So
you spent about 28,000.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's a good increase. But the key here is, if I hadn't got involved with 7K, I wouldn't have one of these coins. I never would have done it. I never would have even saved the greenback dollars, which was worthless. The average person doesn't have what it takes to save money like they should save. This was an opportunity for me to create a savings and do a business at the same time. And we wouldn't have this if it hadn't been for that. And the increase is good. And this that I told you about, the 40,000, that's not even counting the first 3 years of the Eagles, you know, that we bought.
That's right. Hey, now,
And that's
Delta,
not counting.
yeah, Delta,
Yes.
I kind of want to do this on kind of interview kind of style. So you're telling me
Okay.
that you would have, if you hadn't have been in 7K, you wouldn't have saved $28,000. That would not have happened.
No,
Yeah,
no.
and see, and I know Delton and Cindy really well, and that's right. But the reason it's in savings, how hard would it be for you to sell one of your coins that you have in your collection?
Oh, not very hard at all. But
No, no,
I
no.
could
I'm
sell
talking
it.
about how would you feel about that? Would you
Oh,
want to
no,
do
they're not
that?
for sale. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
that's
they're not for
see,
sale.
that's what I was getting at.
No, no.
You're kind of
Are
like
you
me.
trying to sneak in? Are you trying to sneak in and buy some of my coins?
No, I'm just saying how you feel about it, because see, you feel about it like many people that start collecting, unless it's a dire necessity. I mean, you're going to sell a whole bunch of other stuff before you'd sell your coins, right?
Yeah, my coins are not for sale.
At
I
least
mean,
now,
that's
and
period. I mean, like
that's
you
right.
say, I'm gonna have to be starving or freezing before I sell them.
And so now the other part is you got in to get some gold and silver because you knew you needed it. And this gave you that opportunity
Yeah.
to get the bullion. You learned about collectible, and now you got savings you would have never had. And it's in a form that it compels you not to liquidate it unless you absolutely must. And so the next question is, I know y'all bronze, so you've made a few checks along the way, haven't you?
Yes, sir. That has actually it's got to the point that our checks is paying for all of our numismatic coins.
And more. That's right.
And more.
Yeah.
And
You've now you make consistent checks every week.
yes, sir. And that takes care of our AutoSavers. So, you know, we leave it in there and that takes care of our AutoSavers. And then we don't have to worry about trying to, if some emergency comes up, trying to figure out how we gonna pay for that AutoSaver.
Yeah,
So it's
now
already taken care of.
I remember the first time I talked to you and Cindy, and it was years and years ago, because when you made a commission check, Cindy said, I need that money to pay bills, and she'd take it out. And I talked to you and her, and I said, hey, look, you can't do that. You're in a business. You can't take your funds and then just spend them. And then what happens when you can't buy your coin in a month? You just shut off your business. But you understood that principle. And as in my system, I teach people, leave your commission checks in until you get a year's worth of coins that you can buy. And then after that, take out. It's just like starting a business. If you take all the profits from the first month and you need to pay expenses for your business, and a medical emergency happens, something happens, you start spending all your profit, then you can't keep your doors of your business open. People have to treat this like big business, and it is business. Keep your money in there until you get enough to buy your coin every month, just in case emergencies come up, or just in case, there's this situation. I've had several people in the business that they were hospitalized for months, but their AutoSaver was purchased every month for them. out of their funds because they had the funds in there. Then when they came out and got back in, they didn't lose their points. They didn't lose their loyalty points when they become inactive. They didn't lose their commission points in their counters, and their banks were full. And they just got right back in the saddle, started making commission check. Thank you, Delton. I appreciate that. Everybody else is going to understand what you just said. And the main point is you would have never saved that much money, but buying the coins, understanding and learning about the value of them and appreciating the collectability and what they do, you were able to, for the first time in decades and decades, build up a savings of 28,000, but that's worth much more than that today, according to the predicted average market value of it. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I
Thank you.
got, we got that much in bullion also.
Oh, yeah, I know you do because you bought the bullion every month. You put it in the auto. You did the things I teach, and that's why I'm so proud to be an associate with you and Cindy. And unfortunately, you're still working, but it won't be long. You're on the road to getting back.
I'll tell you, it won't be long. All I got to do is exactly what Bob Reid tells me. And it's gonna
Okay,
happen. Hey,
thank you.
Bob and
Thank
Bob,
you so
Cindy,
much. Go ahead.
well, Cindy and I thank you so very much
Yes.
for all that you do for us.
Hey, it's what we do for each other. It's teamwork. And that's the same for everybody listening to that. We're all team members. We're all one another. It's a one another business. My whole system is one another. So thank you so much, Delton and Cindy. And thank everyone that's out there for your time and attention today. I know it took a little bit more time, and I'll get this recording up for you to use as soon as I can, probably by tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for all your time and attention. I hope this is useful for each and every one of you.